Villainous beats, villainous beats, villainous beats. Villainous beats, villainous beats, villainous.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is Super Black.
Hey, yo, we got a special guest tonight. Well, what's happening? I am your man. Let's take this off for a second. And let's leave it up. Chris Fury, what's going on, Will? Hold on, your sound went out. Oh, you're muted. That's why. You're muted.
You wouldn't believe that I actually do this for a living. Like I sit on Zoom all day and help people. Unmute your mic. There you go. So embarrassing. Cool.
Oh, hey, that's all right. It's the beauty of live. That's why we like doing this live. It's your man on the wall, Chris Fury, back with another episode of Blerd's Eye View. I'm here with my new co-host, Will Be Watching of Mayhem Media. What's happening with you, Will? He can hear everybody. They can hear it now. It's good.
Not too much, man. Just ready to chop it up, Fury.
We got a special guest in the building with us today, and I will be remiss if I didn't bring this brother in. But first, let me add this in. You got to see this.
What do you want, Dig?
Good to talk to you, too. I've been trying to hold off making this call for as long as possible. There's been some trouble here in Star City.
Star City?
Yeah. Since our last encounter, I've relocated to Star City. Lila and I got married again. We have a beautiful baby boy, John Jr. Things have been going really good for me, Stu. But right now, we have a situation, and I need your help.
So when do we leave?
Right now. But first, we have to make a stop. Green Lantern to Watchtower. 2 for transport.
That was in Brightest Day Off. It was a fan film about yours truly, John Stewart and Shaynara, who was known as Hawkwoman. Starring in that role was our guest tonight, BZ the Voice. What's happening, man?
Maintaining, not complaining, and doing anything I can to keep on going on that train.
Look, just for that?
I hear that.
Just for that one?
To the very level best of my ability, man. I sincerely appreciate you bringing me on board tonight.
Yeah, it is a pleasure having you, my friend. So for those who aren't familiar with this brother's work, you need to be. He has done everything from trailers of television on television networks to possibly movies, if I'm not mistaken. He is now in one of the biggest soap operas that's on network television today. As you see, that was a clip from In Brightest Day Off, a fan film that they just did about John Stewart, the Green Lantern. And you're doing a slew of work, man. What else are you doing?
Yeah, man. I would have
away.
to say, I'd have to say that the roller coaster ride has been, it's been crazy. For me, my entire spiel has been voiceover. That's where everything starts for me, is in voiceover. The on-camera thing just decided, it came up probably like seriously a little over a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. I've just been getting picked up for movies, television, commercials, on-camera stuff. I never wanted to do the on-camera stuff. I just wanted to do voiceover. I'd rather had been in the back scenes. I just got a small, one episode part on, like my man Fury mentioned a while ago, on General Hospital, which just aired Tuesday. Yeah, just aired on Tuesday. So, but it's been crazy. I've been getting parts in major episodic television. We just released a Hallmark movie last month. I have an episode of CSI Vegas coming up next week. It's just been ridiculous. And so, a lot of people are like, well, all this stuff is coming at you, man. And, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and ride the wave and just do like Smokey told Craig. Take advantage, man. Take advantage. So, yeah, man, it's been one roller coaster ride. And the craziest thing, man, is the on-camera work is coming in heavier than the voiceover work is right now.
Is it blowing your mind that something that you didn't want to do being in front of the camera? And now that
Yeah.
it's kind of cascading.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because for the longest time I was always told, or always, excuse me, always suggested, for the longest time, hey man, you need to do you should be on the Quiet Storm. You should be doing radio. I'm like, I don't want to do radio. Crazy enough, I wound up doing radio for 8 years. However, there's a caveat. It was Christian talk radio. I'm like, okay, well, this is kingdom. I can't turn that down because I've been given a gift, and it would be arrogant of me not to share it. So Quiet Storm, no. Kingdom, all day.
I like that turn for you. I like that.
Yeah. So even though I didn't want to do radio, I wound up doing radio for 8 years. And then with the on-camera stuff, again, my thing was to do voiceover. Why? Because I didn't want to be in the public spotlight. I didn't want any admiration or fanfare because that doesn't belong here. It belongs somewhere else.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, look, now y'all can keep that. Voiceover puts me in a position because I always wanted to be in entertainment. So voiceover puts me in a position of working in entertainment, making entertainment money, but still being able to have some semblance of normalcy in life without being, bombarded or paparazzi'd or anything like that.
It's fair.
So,
that's a fair way to look at it. Who were you looking up to for voice work, or has this always just been a thing that people always said? Because even with me, people say like, you should do voices, you should do. And is it something that you've always wanted to do, or was it a person you looked up to, a certain voice actor you looked up to?
Well, craziest story. So, I've been in entertainment for over 30 years, and everything for me started off in music. I used to sing with a 5-man vocal group back, in the days when, you had Boys to Men and Jodeci and Shy and all those cats jumping off. We had something going. And, so, our group split, everybody went their ways, but I still pursued entertainment. I just, flipped the script and, started doing music and production and stuff like that. And, I was in LA once, paying a visit to my cousin, and she hit me up and goes, you ever think about doing voiceover? I'm like, no, I never did. People always talking about radio, but I never thought about voiceover. I'm like, if anything anything else that I wanted to do in entertainment, I would have liked to have been either a Klingon or a Sith Lord. Even if I got killed, I don't care, either one. And she goes, well, maybe you should think about voiceover. I'm like, okay. So we were driving, I want to say down Ventura Boulevard, and we go into this actor's bookstore called Samuel French, and we see this stand with books about voiceovers on it, and it says you can bank your voice on bank your voice on voiceovers, or money. You bank your money on voiceovers or something like that. And the author was Rodney Salisbury. Now, for those of you who don't know who Rodney Salisbury is, he's the brother that does, if you're watching television commercials, he does, need a moment, chew it over with Twix, or jazz it up with Zatarain's dirty rice. That's Rodney Salisbury. Now, the reason that caught both of our attention is because my family is Salisbury. My mother's maiden name is Salisbury. So, bing, it caught my attention immediately. It caught my cousin's attention because that's how we're related, is through Salisbury. So I went back out. I'm originally from Vegas. So I went back to Vegas and looked this dude up. And then I started actually training in voiceover back in Vegas. And I'm like, let me see what this dude is about. I listened to his voice, listened to his work. I'm like, I know exactly who this dude is. I reached out to him. I'm like, hey man, I just started in voiceover. If you actually teach or have anything coming up, let me know. He did, like 3 weeks later, and I drove back to LA and took his seminar. So he's actually been one of my mentors in the game from day one. And the brother, he's one of the higher paid brothers in the industry. and he's one of the staples in the industry. Because I mean, he actually started off in music, very much like myself, and he actually did some acting as well on some soap operas and some episodic television, just like I'm doing right now. But I would actually say, you know, he's definitely an influence, but the strongest influence for me right now is Keith David.
Oh, wow. Silver Throat himself.
Yeah.
He's doing a jazz album now. I think he's doing a tour with that.
I caught him at his Christmas concert in December of 2019, right before everything just shut down. I drove out there, caught his concert, chopped it up with him for a minute, got a couple of pics. Super cool dude.
My man BZ set it up and chopped it up with Goliath himself. That's an amazing. So, for as far as Rodney Salisbury, did you ever find out if you guys were related? Was it or just by happenstance?
And well, the thing is Salisbury is a very rare name. So, crazy enough, he showed up out to Vegas to sign his second book. He's got 2 books to sign his second book, and my mom came out to meet him, and they chopped it up. To my understanding, Rodney's family originates in Detroit, and I do have family in Detroit. We still haven't been able to link the families together. However, Rodney and I consider each other family. The brother, he calls me from time to time, check up on me, make certain I'm cool. I'll hit him up on his birthday. Everything is everything, man. It's cool because with voiceover, the entire voiceover community is magnificent. It's not cutthroat. Everybody is dope.
Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of that. As I mentioned before the show, I'm friends with Stefan Johnson, who's pretty much a local celebrity around here now. He's
my man, Steph. Baby bruh. Yeah.
There's times where he's done food reviews and I've texted him and I'm like, you know what? Thanks to you, you're right. That chicken sandwich wasn't bad. So we call him. We lovingly call him the tribal food chief around these parts. He helps us out. I'm like, hey, no, that's not what Stefan said to eat. He said to eat this version. But yeah, he's good people, man. I love him to death.
Yeah, that's my dude.
I got a question.
Yep.
Now you said you didn't want to do radio. You ended up in radio.
Mm-hmm.
You said you didn't want to be in front of the screen, and now you're in front of the screen. So is there anything else that you don't want to do that you feel like the universe might just head you into?
Actually, that's pretty much about it, man. The thing for me, man, is I don't necessarily want to draw attention to myself because I don't need that kind of aggravation. But again, like Smokey told Craig, take advantage, man. Take advantage. So, I mean, if Miramax or Universal comes up and says, hey, man, we got this part for you. You think we'd be perfect for? I am not about to complain about it. But again, man, it's not something that I've been shooting for. And and the craziest thing, man, is I've come to the realization, and I mean, you brought up a beautiful point. The stuff that I wasn't chasing and pursuing and wasn't going after has been falling into my lap. And it's like, something, man, for all intents and purposes, I'm a blessed individual, man. Because, even my pastor, she tells me, hey, man, you know what? If you're going to be in that entertainment game, go ahead and continue to be in the entertainment game. Just make certain you stay in your current state of humility. And you're going to go a whole lot further than most people will when they build up arrogance. And so that's one of the things, I carry with me, that it's like, look, man, okay, there's a lot of people like, oh man, you were on such and such. Yeah. I had my phone blew up on Tuesday. Dude, I just saw you on General Hospital. Yeah. Yeah. My father-in-law, man. Hey, he hits up my sister-in-law, goes, hey, hit up BZ. I think I just saw him on General Hospital. She hits me up. I'm like, yeah, that was me. Somebody else hit me up. Did I just see you on Better Call Saul? Yeah, that was me. And a lot of the time, people aren't even really watching the shows. what catches their attention is when they hear me,
Mhm.
and then they focus. One of my homeboys from like junior high school hits me up and goes, "Hey man, me and my wife were in bed and we had the TV on, and it was on the Hallmark channel, and then I heard this voice and I got up and I looked and I saw you." Yeah, dude, that was me. And you know, people are like, "Man, aren't you excited about that? Doesn't that just..." No, it doesn't. It's work. I'm grateful. I am a blessed individual. When all is said and done, this is my vocation. This is work. Is it cool? Absolutely. Bro, I worked on a set of an ABC show. I was on set for like maybe 16 hours, but I worked for probably 45 minutes of actual work. I was paid well. I was fed well. And I kicked it with A-list actors on that set that I was not expecting.
That's good to know. But see, and I love the fact that you're humble about it, because you're so laid back. Your voice is very laid back and smooth. You're very laid back. You're very humble. I love this about you, because you're like, yeah, that was me on General Hospital. I don't seek the accolades. I don't go calling around and say, "Hey, check out this scene in minute 33, 1 minute 35 seconds in," and then no, just like it's like you said, it's work. You know, it's work. Has there ever been...
I don't normally promote myself like that, but my reps are like, "Hey man, we gotta get you promoting yourself a little bit more on social media, because we need to make certain that these CDs see who you are and recognize who you are." My manager's like, "You're going to be a superstar." I'm like, "I don't want to be a superstar." She's telling me, "You don't have any choice. You're going to be a superstar." I'm like, "Okay, well, I just want to work." And this is why I say, Keith David is one of my biggest inspirations, because people know who Keith David is. They know what his work is. That brother keeps a check, but he ain't out there extravagant. He ain't crazy balling, but the brother is constantly working. He keeps it. Giancarlo Esposito, these brothers keeping checks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, count me in. That's the blueprint for my career. I want to have a solid voiceover career. I love to have a solid acting career. That's all good and groovy and gravy. Even if I just do television, I don't have to do movies. But even if I just do television, I'm good to go. So that's where I leave it. Hopefully, I got some things down the pipeline. This CSI Vegas thing is coming up, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing that, because I play a role that has been totally different than anything else that I played before. So it's like, all right, cool. I think that's going to be dope.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So for those who are watching the show, I play a clip from In Brightest Day Off. It's a fan film about Green Lantern and Hawkwoman.
Yeah.
How did this idea come about? Because I love the title, number one.
Oh, bro, you have no idea. I got some more in store. So the thing is, man, is I decided to take another route. Now, I mean, did you watch the whole thing yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I do know where to get it.
Okay. So the premise about this thing is about a superhero taking a day off. Just again, like even with myself in the entertainment industry, just having a day of normalcy. Usually when you get fan films, especially superhero fan films, there's an expectation, usually from the fans, especially when it comes down to superpowered characters. They expect fighting, they expect powers, they expect CGI, they expect all of the big the big flamboyancy of a superhero film that comes with superhero films. I'm like, I took mine into a different direction. I took it into a direction of, no, this dude ain't about to be crime fighting. No, this dude is he's actually trying to chill, you know? And the situation boils down to, you know, there's somebody who keeps bothering him and ruining his day from chilling. But that's part one of a trilogy, brother.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So In Brightest Day Off is the first part. There's a second film that's been released also, and it is on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And it is titled In Blackest Night Out.
I'm
Now,
out for this.
now the premise on both of these two particular films, is that they are a day in the life type films. They're not superhero bravado. They are a day in the life type films. The first film, In Brightest Day Off, is like 7.5 minutes. In Blackest Night Out is about like 16 minutes. And there's 7 lanterns in it.
Wow.
Now the third one I'm currently writing, and it's just simply titled No Evil Shall Escape.
This is just genius. you took the oath and you broke it down. So
now this one, the third one, is going to be fighting, killing, powers, cosmic, all of that. But that's going to take me a chunk of change to make that happen. But I'm currently in the throes of writing it right now.
Okay. I'm here for that. So you're obviously a fan of Green Lantern.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I don't even think I answered your question.
What's that? What was my question?
how did the whole thing started?
Oh.
The premise that actually In Brightest Day Off is actually a continuation from the first episode of Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back in the memory banks here for a second.
Once you watch the film, you'll understand why things are going, why they're going. It's because it follows everything that happened from the first episode of Justice League Unlimited, which is titled Initiation.
I gotta look in the banks now. I'm gonna pull it up and watch it, and I'm like, oh, and then watch it. I'm like, this is gorgeous.
And so the thing is that the reason that I even came up with that film in the first place was because when they launched the Justice League animated series, of course they brought in John Stewart. Nobody really knew who John Stewart was,
right?
And a lot of the younger people now equate Green Lantern to John Stewart as opposed to Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
So when they see Hal Jordan, it's like, well, who's that dude?
Yep.
Well, he actually is the dude, but they don't know that. So what I know is that I wanted to voice the John Stewart character in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And crazy enough, I eventually ran into Dwayne McDuffie at a hardware store. And oddly enough, the brother, he was on a phone call. I still bothered him and approached him. And I had one of my voiceover discs on me, CDs. Now, back then, I don't know if you remember, they had these things called CD business cards. They were about the size of a business card, but it was a CD. Mm-hmm. And I had a pocket full of those. Icebreaker. Period. Dude, what is this? It's a CD with my voiceover work on it. Oh my God, this is genius. Dude, anything and everything when it comes to entertainment is strategy. You have to strategize your career. You do. So talking with Dwayne McDuffie, letting him know what it is that I do. I'm like, look, man, I'm out here in LA. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. And he was like, yeah, man, I'll go ahead and pass this on to Andrea Romano, who's the casting director for the Justice League and a lot of the WB stuff.
Right. Wow.
So that's why I dedicated both of my films to him, because he didn't have to take his time out to chop. He literally hung up the phone to talk to me. He was on a phone call. So because I wanted to voice John Stewart, I knew Phil Lamar wasn't going to be the only dude, and I knew there was going to be more appearances of John Stewart in animation. So I wanted to voice it. Well, they wound up changing his look. because originally he just had the military fade and he was clean shaven.
Yeah.
They switched it up in Justice League Unlimited to this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so wait a minute, let me see here. I kind of sound like the dude. I'm kind of built like the dude. I kind of look like the dude. Why don't I just go ahead and be the dude? And that was when I started writing In Brightest Day Are. And I know that fans want to see live action John Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an understatement. It's definitely an understatement. Man. You've mentioned some great names, and Dwayne McDuffie was one of them. And to cross paths with someone who laid the groundwork for the Dakotaverse, how did that feel, knowing that he had that kind of influence? And you're just, oh my, this guy. And once again, you took an opportunity. Keyword, people, the opportunity presents itself. You cannot let fear run it. You have got to take it.
Okay, let me dovetail on what you just said, because, and I've actually, you're with the AAVA, right? On Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've had this thing called VO and chill. So we would have Zoom calls, and there would be some people who were scared to come out. Some people who were scared to speak up and introduce themselves. And I told them, and I'm going to tell anybody and everybody listening to this right now who is in entertainment in any way, shape, form, or fashion, the only place fear has in entertainment is when you get paid to be scared.
Bars.
For
that
real.
Is the only place that fear has in entertainment. That's one. Two, when it comes to entertainment, this entire thing is a walk of faith. This is a shot in the dark. This is a crapshoot. There's absolutely nothing guaranteed in arts and entertainment. Absolutely nothing. So if you're going to go ahead and take whatever gift that it is that you have and you want to exhibit it, you need to step out and find out. And while you're in the midst of stepping out and finding out, you need to stand out.
More bars.
Period.
Oh man.
I'm going to quote Donovan Cornitz, especially when it comes to us as voiceover talents. Our greatest ability is our availability as entertainers. So I tell you, dude, running into, and the only reason I knew who Dwayne McDuffie was is because I had the Justice League DVDs and I was watching the featurettes with him, James Tucker, and Bruce Timm. That was the only way I knew who he was. And then I saw him in the hardware store, and all 6'7" of the brother.
Oh my God, this is amazing. So what is it about seeing people like Dwayne McDuffie having the opportunities pretty much land in your lap because you're being humble and you're walking in your faith, and all you can say is thank you?
Yeah.
It's like there's not enough gratitude to give, obviously.
It's a daily occurrence, dude. It's a daily occurrence of gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. I learned that from The Secret. Dude, when all is said and done, even though I'm not on radio anymore, every Wednesday I have a 30-minute broadcast at 8:00 a.m. on Facebook. That's sort of kind of almost like radio. And I call it LG radio, which is Let's Go, Let's God. That's just literally where I am. And then, it's sort of kind of a play on the whole let go, let God.
Right.
Let's go, let's go, let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, I'm a holy roller of the highest order without being a pastor. However, because of where it is that I stand and the walk that I walk in faith, I don't shove anything down anybody's throats. I let my life be the bait, because the word says you shall be fishers of men. So I just walk the walk. And that's why I also keep my mouth shut to the best of my ability, unless I'm in voiceover or unless I'm on broadcast. But other than that, man, it's just a matter of, dude, being a humble individual will get you places. Being an aggressive individual, it will get you places. And both things can be true at the same time. Again, Dwayne McDuffie and all of his splendor is just sitting there minding his business. And here comes this new scrub of a voice actor sitting up here trying to get in where he fits in. And it's like, you know what? I literally walked out of that store saying, no, I'm not going to bother him. I walked to my car, got in, got out, and walked right back into the store. I'm like, no, I am not letting this get by me. And I'm glad that I did, because now he's not with us anymore. And I can at least say I got a chance to chop it up with that dude. He took my voiceover demo, and the rest is history. You know, I mean, he didn't have anything pivotal, you know, nothing pivotal happened because of that. However, when you run into people who you revere and who, you know, are staples in the community, and they take a moment out of their time to give you some kind of a nugget, that's everything. Keith David did it when I met him. You know, I told him how much of an inspiration he was with me. He gave me, you know, some words of encouragement. Rodney, you know, me and Rodney are super, super cool. You know, he's one of the staples in the voiceover community. When I worked on a show called Rebel, again, I wasn't expecting A-list actors on that show. It was Adam Arkin, Mary McDonald, James LaSure, Andy Garcia, Katie Seagal, Tamala Jones. We were all on set. I had no idea they were showing up. And everybody was dope. Adam Arkin walks up and goes, hey, man, you're doing a great job today. And he offered me Reese's Cups. You know, James LaSure, who's been, bruh, dude, James LaSure, who's been in some of everything. The brother is constantly working. He keep a check. He walks over to me. He's like, hey, BZ, hang over here for a minute, man. I strolled over to him. My collar on my costume was messed up. He was like, hey, hang on a second. He straightens me out. He's like, man, we got to make sure you look perfect for the camera, King. What? Hours down the line, yo, BZ, yeah, man, you're doing a good job, man. Keep on pushing. Yeah. Okay, I can dig this. I can work with this. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, knowing that you're a fan, obviously, of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Marvel or DC?
Craziest thing, most people don't even understand. Because I've done Green Lantern, I am John Stewart, and this, that, and the other. A lot of people think that's my favorite dude. Mm-hmm. He falls under the categories of my favorite dude with the cosmic thing. Silver Surfer all day. Forever and a day. Always has been. Favorite Marvel character, Silver Surfer. Do have a favorite DC character, always has been Shazam.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Always has been. Always has been.
And for fans that are watching and listening, it's nothing wrong with being fans of both houses. It's okay. It's not like the Targaryens and the Lannisters. It's nothing like that.
I now the thing is although I have favorites in both, I do take Marvel over DC.
My man.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. I'm the same. I love Batman, but you know, if you was to look in my office, I'm surrounded by Black Panther and the Avengers right now. I just it's just like I literally have the entire crew from Love and Thunder behind me, and I got Cyborg staring at me on one side, and got the old guard of the Avengers, and then I got the What If Avengers at the top. So
I'm down with it, dude. I'm down with it all. So I've even actually started writing a Mace Windu prequel.
Ooh.
So
let's talk about the world of Star Wars.
Bro, I'm trying to be all up in there like swimwear, and you know how far swimwear can get all up in there.
So Andor just dropped. Have you checked it out yet?
I have not checked it out yet. I'm having an issue with my Disney Plus subscription. I got to get that figured.
Okay, so Disney Plus.
You need to call somebody. Do you know who I am?
All right. We need to get him on one of the shows. Yes, you do. I'm 2 episodes in myself because they dropped the 3-episode premiere Wednesday. So like they threw so much together these past 2 days because it was 3 episodes of Andor on Wednesday and then a new episode of She-Hulk today. And I'm like, my God, slow down. Don't stop, but slow down at the same time. So yeah, I'm still catching up with that. But you mentioned Star Wars, you mentioned Mace Windu prequel. If you're anything like the rest of true fans, because we know there's some toxic fans in the Marvel universe, in the DC universe, and we know that the Star Wars universe, we know it. Yeah. However, for the true fans that take the good and the bad, we've seen Sam Jackson as Mace Windu, the only brother to have a purple lightsaber that is now canon.
Right.
And for him to go out the window like he did, we're just like, there's no way you just bumped off Mace Windu and Sam Jackson at the same time. We know this man is still alive. He's a Jedi. Okay. And it's often been said that he's as fierce as Kenobi and just as wise as Yoda, which means he's second in command. You've seen the Clone Wars animation. The man's a beast.
Yeah.
So the fall would mean nothing. Sam Jackson himself has stated, I'm ready.
Well, I mean, did you hear his primary statement when he said he wanted to work with George Lucas?
What?
His statement was,
never saw a body.
his statement was, if I do gotta die, I don't want to go out like a punk.
That was too quick.
But let's take a moment and think about it, because I mean, when all is said and done, when it came down to that fight, really, who was the last of the Jedi standing and spanking? So he didn't go out like a punk. He actually went out victorious. He just got betrayed.
Yeah, the slip got caught on him. He got caught.
Yeah,
it wasn't his fault. You know, he didn't know Anakin was going to turn on him like that.
So yeah. But yeah, I'm in the throes of writing a little small something about a younger Mace.
You listening, Disney? You done gave us Rogue One. You're giving us Andor. You done gave us Solo.
Yep.
You're giving us the Mandalorian, so that's somewhere in the. Might as well give us a young Mace.
I mean, the thing is, it boils down to the situation now with the onset of technology and outlets like YouTube and Vimeo and this, that, and the other. We are not limited anymore at all. We can come up with our own stuff, our own content, put it out there. If Warner Brothers or DC never pays attention to anything it is that I've done, that's fine. I got to play Jon Stewart like I wanted to. And one of the dopest things is one of my homegirls connected me with some nerds from the UK. One of them just so happens to be a writer for DC Comics News. So both of my films have articles in DC Comics News. Both of them. Dwayne McDuffie's widow is aware of both of my films because I dedicated them both to him. So she knows what's jumping off. Again, man, you know, when it comes to doing this thing, you have to step out to make yourself known. I mean, you don't have to be a jerk or be arrogant about the situation, but you do have to step out, because if you don't, you know, closed mouth don't get fed.
That adage has never been more true. And I like that you mentioned that the way technology is nowadays and how everything is going, we are making our own stories. We are making our own paths now. We're being seen. You know, people of color are being seen. Women of color are being seen. You've heard me talk about it on the show. I've done a short review on the Woman King. These stories can be told. You know, we have y'all hear Shahidi now tapped to play Tinkerbell. Her is tapped to play Belle for the anniversary for the live action of ABC. You know, we have Halle Bailey as the Little Mermaid. So it's, our stories are there now, you know, and we're more prevalent. We're being more recognized. We're being more, I don't know if accepted is the word, because we're kind of making our way. You know, we're just like, hey, not only do we have the allyship, but now we actually have the door that we've kicked in and said, and having the means to do so. You know, people are shooting movies on their iPhones.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, is you have to, a lot of people, you know, are sort of kind of scared to say it. And I'm like, look, just spit it out. For the longest time, Hollywood had the gates closed and kept to the same, I don't know, 12 to 13 Negroes. You know, you always saw Morris Chestnut, Gabrielle Union, Regina Hall, and Denzel. Or, you know, Lorenz Tate and Nia Long, or Taye Diggs. You know, it was always the same. Well, look what Soulja Boy did. Look what Issa Rae did. Yeah. Look at Lena Waithe. Look at what they're doing. The Hollywood gate, the gates of Hollywood got kicked in, and now, for all intents and purposes, they can't hold us out anymore. Tyler Perry, look, the brother bought half an army base. You know, and that's coming from sleeping in the car. Yeah.
And there's a sister who just it just dropped that, like in Atlanta. There's a sister who just is starting a production company who is just a couple of miles away from Tyler Perry's production company. So it's there now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't say I can't.
So now it's up to us now, because we have the ability. We have the steadfastness and the wherewithal to persevere. Now it's just up to us to squeeze our noodles and put out quality material.
Right. It's there.
Don't just put something out just for the sake of putting something out. Yeah. Because you have maybe the financial resources, or maybe you're able to have access to certain actors or certain crew members. No. Really mastermind your projects. Make certain that you pull out quality material to have people, you know, wanting to see more of what it is that you have. I wrote, you know, I've pretty much finished writing it, and it's based on a graphic novel, but I have an Avengers film that I have scribbled, and it's an all-black team. I actually have it cast. I just need the money to shoot it. I have every character cast, with the exception of a couple of backgrounds, but I have the entire team cast ready to go. I just need the money to shoot the joint.
I like it.
So,
and I think that's what it is that a lot of us don't realize is that we have the skill set.
Yeah,
we've always had the skill set. Wills and all, he said, yep, so very true. We are an exceptional talented group of people. Yeah, we are. We have the skill set, and like you said, we have the wherewithal, we have the perseverance. We know we can get through stuff. You have people like Issa Rae, who did Awkward Black Girl on YouTube with practically no budget,
and then HBO goes, hey,
want to make some money real quick?
And she done made a whole lot.
And not only that, not only did she make a whole lot, she opened the door for other people of color to come through.
And the same thing with Kevin Hart. He's doing the exact same thing.
You know, Tyler Perry doing the same. You know,
Tyler Perry doing the same thing.
Giving the options are there now.
Yeah.
So you can't say, I don't know where to go. There's no resources. The resources there. It's so easy now.
So yeah, the only caveat about the whole situation is that you just have to make certain that you bring in some dope material. Because I mean, anybody can have some kind of idea, and they can either come with it correct, or come with it corny.
Mm-hmm.
So
and you'll pick up on the corny really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the thing is, again, like I said earlier, you have to put yourself out there. You have to step out to find out. And while you're stepping out and finding out, you have to stand out. That's why I did in Brightest Day Off and in Blackest Night Out the way that I did them. I did them as a day in the life type films. Why? Because nobody was expecting that. Everybody was expecting bang, bang, shoot 'em up, cosmic, this, that, and the other. Yeah, that's coming with the third one, but not these two.
Right. And see, that's what I liked, especially in that little clip that I showed. And that's when you said dig, and I'm like, okay, he's talking about Diggle. And then I'm hearing the conversation, and I'm like, oh, it's an amalgamation of two worlds right here. Because I'm seeing
look at who somebody's listening. Now, there's a reason that I did that. Because a lot of the fans want David Ramsey to play Jon Stewart. I'm not having it. And another crazy thing, I was really campaigning on getting on Black Lightning because there had been a rumor in the DC universe that Jefferson Pierce's wife, Dr. Lynn Stewart, was possibly somebody's sister. So I was making a run for Black Lightning.
That was the case.
And bro, I was on Mara, Brock Akil, and Salim Akil. I was on them. I'm like, Uncle John has to come and pay a visit.
Right. I was waiting for them to turn. I'm like, just give it to us, because I knew that's what it was. And I'm like, give us the turn. And they did deliver it. Yeah. And now they keep playing. And be in all reality, you're right, Will. Black Lightning has so much it could have done, and we knew what it was. We knew exactly what it was.
That's crazy. I got a couple of cousins named William Buchanan.
Oh, look at the connections that's being made around here. This is insane. But yeah, when I heard the same thing, I'm like, yo, wait a minute, hold on. And then watching Arrow like I did, I'm like, wait a minute, Diggles. Oh, hold on. And so I'm like, they're gonna do it. They still haven't done it. They've played with it.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing. Again, I wanted to make certain that there was a separation between John Diggle and Jon Stewart, both of them being military, former military, and that they had some kind of a relationship going on, and that John Diggle was absolutely not a Green Lantern.
Will says, unless you have fam in Tennessee, I got questions, sir.
I got fam in Louisiana, bro.
Oh boy. You never know. I mean, look at you're 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. That's what you are right now. You're living that life of 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. And you know what? What you've done so far with your career is he says, oh damn. What you've done with your career so far is exceptional.
Thank you.
When you came on my radar, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get this brother on. And realizing, and when I say 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, I'm like, wait, he knows Stefan? Wait a minute. Am I in the right circle then? Let me get my voice thing together and just work on it. So for those who are out here, and I'm one of those, I'm those, wanting to start in the voice career,
right,
into voice acting, what do you suggest they do? What is the first steps they should do?
Everything begins with coaching. I'm also a coach, and I'm a demo producer on top of that. Like I said, I started in music. So that's, that puts me in a position in regards to demo production. Everything is revolved around coaching. I had to start with it because when it boils down to it, you can have a great voice, you can have an arsenal of characters, but if you don't know the proper technique in which to use it, then I mean, you just have a great voice and an arsenal of characters. When it comes down to it, no matter what genre of voiceover you're in, you're always selling. Always. If if it's commercial, you're selling goods, services, products, and media. If it's animation, you're selling the character that you're voicing. If it's narration, you're selling the documentary that you're voicing. If it's radio imaging, you're selling the the station. If it's movie trailers, you're selling the upcoming features. If it's TV promos, you're selling the upcoming shows. You're always selling. And on top of that, you're always storytelling. So I always encourage people to train, get with a voiceover coach, get with an improv coach, get with an acting coach. Because when all is said and done, voiceover is just the tail side of acting. This is the acting coin. On this side is movies and TV. On this side is voiceover. On this side, you have to remember and act. On this side, you have to read and act, but you never get rid of acting.
Interesting.
I want to build off that real quick. Because I'd be a bad friend if I didn't do this. At I am Travis Case on Instagram. My guy just moved from Baltimore out to LA. Mm-hmm. He's a voiceover artist as well as a bunch of other stuff. When you say you ran into Dwayne McDuffie, you say you had CD business cards.
Yeah.
We don't do CDs no more, clearly, in this world.
Right.
For like a guy like Trav that's trying to get more established and everything, or trying to get on, and he told me he actually ran into Silver Throat in the Whole Foods. What is it? What is today's CD business card? What should he have on him to be prepared for his moment?
First things first, if you are even if you're a newbie in voiceover, your first goal when it comes down to it is training to get a demo, because the voiceover demo is our business card. And that was why I had CD business cards. And the thing is you can't stuff, a stack of CDs in your pocket. I had a dozen of those business cards in my pocket at the ready at all times. Now I just carry regular business cards. So this is what my current business card looks like. Try and keep the light out of it. I'm pretty sure you can see what that is over there on on the far end, and then all my information on the back. So I keep these on me at all times. I have these in my gym bags. I have them in my backpacks with my travel rig for my recording equipment. I have them in my car. I keep these on me at all times. But the thing is for a voiceover talent, you need several things. First things first, of course, is training. Second is a demo. Third is a dedicated website, not social media, not Reverb Nation, not SoundCloud, a dedicated website of your own. Because then people will take you seriously as a business, because as a voiceover talent or any type of entertainer, you are a subcontractor. So if your guy doesn't have a voiceover demo, he's going to need one. And again, like 95% of everybody starting in the voiceover starts with their commercial demo first. The powers that be, those people who hire as well as representation, they want to know that you can sell with your instrument.
Yeah, that's true. Stefan has one, and I think that's the way now. Like you said, it's not social media or any of that.
Yes, I mean, social media is a good tool to have, and it does help you out when it comes to exposure, because that's what happened with Stefan. He decided to put these ridiculous food videos out there on TikTok, and my man, somebody caught wind of it, and that's literally all that it takes, is for the one right individual to catch that. That's why when I went on Ellen back in January, I went on that joint specifically and strategically to promote myself as a voice actor. Now, it's on Ellen Tube. It's out there forever. Now, all it takes is just one person to see that.
Man, what is a role? You're getting into acting now. Physical, in front of the camera acting now.
Right.
2 roles. What are 2 roles in voice work and now physical acting that you would you say is your pinnacle to get?
Actually, for on camera, I've done it. I just wanted to play Jon Stewart. I came close to playing an alien on the Orville. They called me in. They auditioned me. They put me on hold. They were ready to cast me, and I think the Rona kicked in, and it just blew everything away. But I've always wanted to play either a Sith Lord and or a Klingon. Again, like I said, I don't even care if I get killed. I just wanted to play one. And for voiceover, I've always wanted to be like one of the voices for, you know, maybe the military or something like that. But my penultimate role, Optimus Prime.
Ooh. Ooh, I can see it. I can see that now.
Yeah.
I am Optimus Prime. Yes.
I have a pretty solid Optimus Prime.
Yeah. I can imagine. Damn. BZ the voice. Before we get out of here.
Wait, hold on. Can I get one more?
Yeah.
You mentioned speaking of your voice as like your tool or your instrument. I saw a video one time. I guess Stefan had like a little tiny salmon bone stuck in his throat. He immediately went to the ER. People were clowning him like, "Oh, it's just a little fish bone." He's like, "No, this is the moneymaker. I need to take care of this." What sort of things do you do to take care of your tool and your instrument?
First things first, I don't scream. And it's sort of kind of hard, especially for those of us who do video games, because especially with video games with war and fighting, because a video game can knock you out for a few days because you got the screaming, the dying, the orders being yelled. So when it comes to doing video games and stuff like that, what happens is they save all of that stuff for last. They get everything else out of the way. And then all the dying and the killing and the orders and this, that, and the other, then they do that stuff at the last session. So first things first, I don't scream. I do my very level best not to even raise my voice. 2, take care of your hearing because you need it for your work for voiceover. Usually, like I'll grab whenever I'm in a session and I got my cans on, it's only one because when all is said and done, you got 2 ears. If you get some feedback in one ear and it blows out, well, you got your second one over here that you can use. So it's just like blowing a channel and still having another one ready to go. So I make certain to take care of my hearing. I don't, I got a loud stereo in my car, but I don't blast it. I just put it up loud enough to where I can feel a little bump. But yeah, and I don't drink, I don't drink milk and anything like that can make you phlegmy. I studied opera for a couple years. And so my teacher, in her thick Romanian accent, she knows that I have a penchant for Slurpees. She tells me that I need to drink either refrigerated drinks or warm drinks. So usually like the warm tea with lemon and honey and stuff like that. Also, traditional medicinals has something called throat coat, which is a staple. But the frozen stuff, BC, if I find out you drink Slurpee and any other cold drink, I will kill you.
Oh, that's threatening.
Yeah. This coming from a 78-year-old Romanian woman getting on me about making sure to take care of my
water.
Instrument. So
strictly water and tea for me. I can't mess with like sugary drinks or not like that.
Yeah, I usually keep the water room temperature for the most part. Every now and again, I will have refrigerated water, but I still from time to time I'll grab a Slurpee, but not like I used to.
Right. Yeah, I know the Flemmy thing you're talking about because I've been doing this show 2 years, and I'm like, yo, if this isn't warm like tea, I can't touch it. I'll do coffee, no sugar. I'll do coffee, but I can't here, have some Kool-Aid. Nope. I'm good.
No. So I mean, there are certain sacrifices that you have to take when it comes to taking care of your instrument. And now not only is my voice my instrument, now due to the fact that I'm on camera, I have to take care of this as well. I got picked up for a series playing a SWAT officer. So now I really got to get myself back in shape. I wound up putting on some pounds, Christmas time, I wound up having like 16 gift cards to the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my God.
That's the devil. The devil is working on your downfall.
Man, look.
Like cheesecake.
And I had 3 months to redeem them all. Your boy went buck wild. I had to give a couple of them away though, man. But yeah, man, Cheesecake Factory and Slurpees, dude.
I can imagine. So the Cheesecake Factory was just like, you hate me, don't you?
Yeah. So now pretty much along the same lines as Stefan, because Stefan is a little heavier than me, but I'm a little bigger than he is. Mm-hmm. Me and we're still on the same trail, dropping the weight. We both stuff our faces, but we gotta take care. And I'm dropping the weight, so I got to get back in Green Lantern shape for the third film.
I'm looking forward to all of this.
Yeah.
He said, Will says, my weakness, cheesecake, will have you folding like a lawn chair in Boston.
And he ain't lying.
Oh man. Before we get out of here, I got to do a couple commercials. I want to thank, first of all, congratulations to Cal Van. He's the winner of our 2 tickets for the Cleveland Gaming Classic this Saturday, September 24th. Thank to our sponsors at Ultimate Wireless. Go check them out on ULT_wireless.com, or you just go to ultimatewireless.com and you can check them out. Ultimate-wireless.com, because people. Also, we want to thank our partners over at Gerd Clothing. Check out their stuff on gerdclothing.com. That was our partners over at Gerd Clothing. Check them out. Go to the IG channel. Check the link in their bio. They got some great anime-inspired stuff that has our likenesses all over the place. So check them out. Shout out to Jermaine Turnage. Now, for those who are wondering who he is, this brother gave me the honor of checking out his new book. You can see that, Guardians of the Homie. Let me get that in there a little bit. There we go. Yeah, right there. Guardians of the Homie is a really dope book. It is talking about the next generation of Guardians who are descendants of the Homie tribe. Definitely want to check this out. Shout out to him. Shout out to Karen Horn. Her new book just dropped today, Protectors of Wakanda. And I got my copy.
That's cool.
I love it.
My signed copy is on the way.
I've had her on the show. So, but your shout out to them. You two threw a commercial in. Hey, yep. I do it all. I'm a whole production over here. Also, we got our own very own commercial.
This just in.
Feeling groggy in the morning? Coffee just can't give you that pep in the step that you're looking for? Try Pop Starts for that great get up and go that adults need. Pop Starts has the vitamin and nutrients that only grown-ups can partake in, and with flavors such as tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and Jack Daniels and Bud Light flavors to start your day or end it. There's nothing better to wake up to unless you count that depressing cubicle job. Well, anyway, try Pop Starts today. Pop Starts is not part of the Kellogg's Corporation. Pop Starts could give you diarrhea. Pop Starts are not found in your local grocery store. Yes, it's not a real thing. It's not real. Don't worry about it.
Clearly, they don't have Megan knees.
I think the only one who has Megan knees is She-Hulk, and she's the only one to be able to pull that one. Oh man, BZ the Voice, BZ the Voice Cullins, you have dropped gems. You've dropped some bars. You've given just about everything. You're a humble individual. You are a man of the faith. You are a man amongst many. You are 6 degrees of BZ. That's what you are. Some people would say, "Oh, he's like the Black Kevin Bacon." No, he's BZ. He's his own entity. He has crossed paths with some of the greats. Kevin Michael Richardson. Get out.
No, don't get it twisted. Kevin Michael Richardson. The first time I even saw or heard of that dude, he was actually an on-camera actor. And I can't remember the name of the show, but he termed himself Liquid Cool, which was what I want to say was a slogan for Capri Sun. I haven't gotten the chance to run across that brother yet. Hopefully down the line, but not yet.
Oh my God! Hold on. How's Head's music? He said, "Okay, worthy was about the Dr. Frazier Craig." Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I do my best. I'm thinking about making a couple more crazy Pop Starts commercials. But BZ, dude, you are welcome here at Blerd's Eye View anytime.
But dude, I'm about it with this life, man. I really appreciate you hitting me up for this. I really do.
Yes, please.
There have been several Blerd outlets out there that I've been, hitting up and letting them know, hey, look, this is what I got going. Here are a couple of my films. Check me out. Hit me up. Holla back. Nobody's hollered back. So it's like, all right, you know what? It's all good. It's groovy. It's gravy. No problem. We'll keep it pushing.
I will tell you this, and I'm not tooting my own horn. People love the show. They love coming on. I put it out there. I say, this platform is a complete safe space. Two, this platform is designed to talk about entertainment and geek entertainment from our perspective.
Right.
3, I enjoy putting POC creatives on where they otherwise aren't being seen. That is my mission.
That's what's up.
And then the voice, of course. So I appreciate your coming on. Tell everybody where they can find you.
If you lose me, you have it's a serious mental problem. Everything is BZ the Voice. Everything. Like Cat Williams said, everything. Everything is BZ the Voice, except for my Facebook actor page, which is BZ the Face. Everything else is BZ the Voice. Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. My email, bzthevoice@gmail.com. My website, bzthevoice.com. You cannot lose me. If you do, you have an issue.
We know there's people that have issues out there, but we're not calling them out right now.
Right.
Oh, let's see who was this. Will? Yeah, Will. He says, hold on. Looking it up, checking out the family tree after this. Look, the way everything is connected for this brother, I wouldn't doubt it. And I would not doubt it. Oh man, Will, where can they find you?
Man, I don't want to step on BZ's line, but like everywhere that matters is at Mayhem Media, MAYEHEM Media. But I do want to take the opportunity, BZ, man. This was one of those sort of like, you were supposed to be here tonight. Like I was supposed to hear this because I'm just starting my content creation sort of career over again. And I'm also getting into screenwriting. And it's like hearing just the gems and the bars over and over again. This is where I was supposed to be tonight to hear what you had to say. So I appreciate your time, brother.
My man, I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that. There are no coincidence. There is no luck. This is not an accident. This is absolutely supposed to happen. When Chris hit me up, he hit me up at the time he was supposed to hit me up. And that's just how it is. I wholeheartedly agree with you on that, brother. I can't even begin to express that. So thank you for your audience. And I'm glad some way, somehow, I was able to be a blessing here.
This was dope. Something else I want to do, and I thanked you through text, but I think this is just a lot better. My birthday was back in April, and you know on Facebook, everybody knows, and they give you they put it on your page, happy birthday. This brother here sends me a voice message, and all I could do was respond in kind. And like, yo, thank you very much. Wasn't expecting that from anybody. I'm like, my mother doesn't leave me a voice message. Like, she calls me, but and I was like, yo, he didn't have to do that. He went right out his way, and he did that. And seeing how you are, and seeing your body of work, and seeing what you're doing, and seeing the humility in everything that you're doing. Blessings upon you, brother. I
received that, man. I received that. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Again, man, this was the time. I mean, you cats didn't have to take out your time to, bring a cat on board. I mean, it's late where you are, dude. And it's like, all right, well, if I can help,
what I do.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I mean, if I can help, then by all means, I'm going to do my very level best to help in any way that I can. If my testimony or my story can help somebody, then by all means. So, Will, I mean, hats off to you, my brother. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and do a quick plug of our brother Donovan Cornetz with VO Life. I take my hat off to you, man, because when all is said and done, again, you got to step out to find out. And even in the midst of stepping out and finding out, standing out, and even with that, keep on moving, keep it pressing, count your blessings, no stressing. You smell me?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Feel you. There you go. Yeah. All this positivity, boy. I'm loving this. Oh, man. So, much like BZ said, I've been doing this show for 2 years. If you lose me, I don't see how. Go to IG, go to Blerd's Eye View, follow the link tree in the bio. You'll find me on IG. You'll find 2 of my pages on IG because I go by Chris.Fury1 as well. So you'll find both my IG pages. You'll find me on TikTok, Chris Fury1. You'll find me on Twitter, Chris Fury at Blerd's Eye View. You'll find the Facebook page, all one word, all capital letters, not the other one. That's the old page. This is the page you want. Give us a like on the YouTube channel. Follow us. Give us a like on the Twitch channel, Blerd's Eye View 1. Check out Opulence Radio, where you can hear us Mondays and Thursdays, all day. And I mean that all day, all past episodes, all day. Here's the Blerd's Eye, here's the Twitch channel. Check it out. Show some love. Shout out to our new sponsors, Ultimate Wireless. Thank you for the tickets. I'll be heading out to the Cleveland Gaming Classic myself. BZ, brother, you're welcome back anytime. Just put the word out.
I appreciate that, man.
Just put the word out. Thank you. Great form. Thank you. Anytime. Like I tell everybody, every great guest we've had on, I tell them this door is always open. Just put the call out. I'm like Batman. Put the call out.
Yeah.
I always answer. You know, I run the ship.
So I'll just let you know right now, man. My intention is to get this third Green Lantern film in the can and possibly released by spring. So I'll be hitting you up and let you know what's happening. But in the meantime, anybody and everybody, head over to youtube.com/BZ the Voice. You will see both of my Green Lantern films.
Yes.
In Brightest Day Off and Blackest Night Out.
I'm so looking forward to that. I am so looking forward to that. I'm gonna be. My wife's like, "You're not in bed yet?" No. I'm excited. I'm watching this. Oh man, I've been looking forward to this actually. I've been looking forward to talking to you for quite a while, and I'm glad we came. It was the timing. It was perfect timing. You can catch this episode playing again on Pandora. We're working on Pandora, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to your podcast tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. But you'll get a replay of this episode probably Friday night. I would normally put it on Tuesday because we don't have a show next Tuesday, but I'll put another show for Tuesday. But this right here was meant to be.
Yeah.
BZ the Voice, I want to thank you once again for coming on and sharing these gems, these words of wisdom, and all the above. Like, here, let me give you the real one. There you go. Oh man, I didn't pay y'all that much though, so I don't have that kind of money yet. So calm down.
So I'll just leave it like when Homeboy met Buzz Aldrin. The honor is mine.
Oh man, how do I follow that up? I really can't. I just give you the tagline like I normally do. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a follow on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Check us out on Twitter. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others, much like our guest has done here tonight. BZ the Voice Cullins, thank you for coming on. Check you out, Letter Will. Thank you for the people that was watching us. And until next time, this is Chris Fury, the man on the wall. We're out of here.